Hello and welcome back to another vlog. It is the first week of December and that means we are in the festive mood. And not only is the house all decorated now, but I've got some holiday recipes coming up. One of which I want to try today is the bone broth hot chocolate. I saw this on Melissa Merck's channel and she makes it with beef broth and cocoa powder. So I think I have all the ingredients I need and I'm gonna give it a try. I also have my adorable little gingerbread man mug. So cute. I think this is everything that I need. I have a forager cashew milk and it's only 4 ingredients. Got that at Whole Foods. Picked up some bone broth, beef bone broth yesterday. We have maple syrup from Costco, some Hershey's 100% cacao, baking cocoa. I also grabbed my little Nespresso milk frother because I think you have to heat up the milk and I want it a little bit frothy. I'm going to verify this recipe on ChatGPT because I don't want to get it wrong. Just because these ingredients are not incredibly cheap. If you've ever bought organic bone broth or forager organic cashew milk. So let me just double check really quick. It says, no measurements whatsoever. Mix bone broth with cocoa powder and a sweetener like maple syrup. Some recipes recommended coconut milk or almond milk. Heat all ingredients together, whisking until smooth, and optionally blend for a frothy texture. All right, so we're gonna make our own recipe today, and I'm just gonna wing it. Starting with 1 cup of beef bone broth. It makes sense that you have to heat some of these ingredients together. Like maple syrup, for example, will dissolve as it heats. Going in with 1 tablespoon of that. And it also said cacao powder, and it gave me no measurement, so I'm gonna guess maybe like 2 tablespoons. Is that too much? The serving size is 1 tablespoon. Let's do 1. Oh, my tablespoon's all sticky. We're gonna eyeball it because my tablespoon measuring thing is now sticky. So we're just gonna do like, I don't know, is that like a tablespoon? Sure. I'm gonna give that a stir and then I'm gonna pop it in the microwave for maybe 2 minutes? Maybe 2 minutes. All of the kittens are very curious about what's going on up here. Well, that is in the microwave. I am going to pour this just up to, I think, the max line in the Nespresso frother. Maybe just above the min line, actually, because I don't want to use all the milk, because we're almost out. All of the cocoa powder and maple syrup seem to have dissolved. I mean, it smells pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I have my reservations about this because it just seems weird to put broth in hot chocolate, but it smells okay. It smells a little animal-y. Wow, that is not what it smells like at all. It does, it tastes like one of the Swiss Miss packets of hot chocolate, but like one of the diet ones. You can tell it's not all milk and it's definitely meant to be healthy, but it's a lot better than I was expecting. Oh, I know what this is missing. Hold the phone. This is actually something we don't really keep in the house, but we bought it because I made that delightful pumpkin tart for Thanksgiving. So naturally, and listen, because the cats are about to scream over this. Do you hear this? My goodness. So spoiled. I've had enough treats today. And there you go. A lovely, healthy bone broth hot chocolate. We are nearing the end of the parasite cleanse. And today is day 15. So I'll have 7 capsules of the wormwood, and that's it. Oh my goodness. We're getting a new washer and dryer today, and they've just arrived. Well, they look nice. But, yeah. Oh dear, the door doesn't close, does it? We have the inaugural load in. We're gonna figure out the doors later, but right now I need to get this in because I have a meeting in 3 minutes. So we're gonna hit the power button. Well, that's cheerful. I think we're just gonna do normal wash. And then I always put, this is really hard to see, isn't it? And I always put the temperature on more cold setting just so the clothes don't shrink. And I think that's it. Let's see, we have turbo wash, deep fount, okay. I think that's it. And then we just hit, sorry, I don't know, do we just push it? Something's happening. Maybe oh. It says it's sensing. Has it sensed the load? Oh, there we go. I'm so bummed I missed it. There was a cute little tune at the end letting me know that my laundry was done. And now we're gonna switch over because I have a whole pile. I'm not gonna show you my underwear on the floor. And then see if the dryer works too. I wanted to show you a little bit more when they first got installed, but the husband was very disappointed that these doors now do not close. So whether we move these doors out a little bit, we're not really sure how that would work, or if we get French doors or something, there will be a solution. I think we were just hoping that since we went with the top loaders instead of front loaders, that they would fit. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be beautiful. It's just gonna take some time and some money. Now that we have a working washer and dryer in our house, I have been motivated to update the closet because I've been doing laundry all day today. I have done 4 loads of laundry. Therefore, I am heading off to Target to get more hangers because I know as soon as I go to put those clothes away, I will have no hangers in my closet now that I've pulled all my sweaters out. I'm also going to run into Crunch Fitness because they have a hydro massage bed and there's that winter challenge going on right now. And yet again, I do not want to work out twice in one day as my clothes are freshly cleaned. But I do want to go get a hydro massage, so I'm going to go treat myself to that. It's only 10 minutes long, and then I'm going to pop into Target, and then I'll be home just in time to make dinner. I just spent an hour and a half in Target, and not because I was shopping for an hour and a half, because our home warranty company put me on hold for an hour and 10 minutes. But I'm determined to get that heater fixed, because the upstairs of our house is freaking freezing. I feel like they're giving us the runaround with actually wanting to cover our furnace replacement because we've had 4 inspection companies come out now and all of them have said the same thing. You cannot just fix this. This needs to be replaced. Otherwise, it is unsafe to use. It just frustrates me that they intentionally leave you on hold that long. Just, what are they hoping? That I hang up and just end up paying for it myself? Because have they met me? Anyway, I am going to the gym now, not for a workout, but because I'm getting a hydro massage. It is a very amazing experience if you've never been to a Crunch Fitness where they have hydro massage machines. I only just discovered it myself yesterday. I'm not sure that I'll be able to take my camera in with me, but I will try. Day. Truly the most glorious thing ever is the hydro massage at Crunch Fitness. I don't know where it's been all my life, and I've been a Crunch member for years. Anyway, while I was laying there, I had the realization that I forgot everything I need to make oatmeal raisin cookies as requested by the husband, so he's just gonna have to wait a few days because I'm not going back in. It's now just about 7 o'clock, and I am done. I need to go home and fold all of the loads of laundry that I did today. And I'm tired. I'm done. Today is over. So I've just come to Kroger, and it is an absolute wind tunnel outside. I don't know if we're getting a storm or what, but I've come to Kroger because tonight might be the night that I actually make the requested oatmeal raisin cookies for my husband. I'm gonna do a quick ask on ChatGPT for a recipe. I think I actually might have most of these ingredients. We have plenty of butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar. I need eggs. I need oats and raisins. Since when is there an entire aisle of various raisins? I think it's safe to assume you want neither steel cut nor quick oats, so we're just gonna grab the Mom's Best old-fashioned oats. I'm just making myself a cup of tea because it is the penultimate day of this cleanse, and not tomorrow, but Saturday, I will be able to use an espresso machine again and have my coffee that I got on Black Friday and get back to life as normal. Because this has been a very long 3 weeks. When I talked about this cleanse in my gut health video a few weeks back, I mentioned that there was a whole parasite cleanse I was doing first, and then it would lead up to the liver cleanse, which is today. So this morning, it is currently 10:18, and at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I have to mix Epsom salts with water, and I'll show you as I do it. But this morning, it was instructed not to have any fat or protein in breakfast or lunch because it helps bile build up pressure in your liver. I had oatmeal for breakfast, and I really have no idea what I'm gonna have for lunch. Also, over the last week, on top of not having any alcohol, which I've been trying to do for the entire 3 weeks of the parasite cleanse too. It wasn't suggested, it wasn't recommended for that. I just did it because sometimes you just need a break for a few weeks. This week, especially leading up to the liver cleanse, avoiding alcohol. I did indulge, I had a glass of wine on Thanksgiving, and obviously the cranberry blushes. Also this week though, on top of not having any alcohol, it was also recommended to have a very minimally processed diet. So I had very few snacks, no like overly processed foods or anything. And then you also had to drink a liter of apple juice every day. And I found at Publix the Knudsen organic apple juice, an entire one of these every day. This is 946 ml, so just shy of 1,000, but I'm actually excited to not have to do this every day because there are 4 servings in each of these containers, and that is like over 100 grams of sugar a day. And I usually don't eat that much fruit, which might be part of my problem in the first place. But it didn't taste bad. It was a lot of apple juice to consume every day. And the reason is because it has malic acid in it, which little did I know, malic acid helps to open up the bile ducts in your liver. So tonight when I do the Epsom salts and then the grapefruit olive oil salad dressing essentially that I'm gonna be drinking, it'll really help to flush out as many liver stones and clogs in the bile ducts as possible. I'm just going to drink my very sad, very decaf tea and wait for these hours to pass. It's gonna be fine. It'll be over before I know it. And it'll be Saturday, and I can have coffee in the morning and a cocktail in the evening, and it'll be great. And I will try to do this maybe annually, because they compared it to doing an oil change for your car. Like, we do annual maintenance on this and things around the house. Why don't we do that on our own bodies? And yes, the kidneys and the liver are constantly detoxifying the body anyway, but sometimes you just need to do like a total flush. And so that is today. Annual maintenance on the body. Done. I can always find one of them on the heating vents. My husband's out of town today, so I had the handyman that did a lot of the renovations at the old house come check out the laundry door situation, and he might be able to help us by moving it out a little bit so that we can actually close the doors with the washer and dryer. And my husband will be out of town again, so I might see if he can come back Monday to actually do it and like surprise Sandy. We'll see. Let me turn a light on. There we go. It is just after 2 o'clock now though, which means I'm going to mix my little Epsom salt potion and get that in the fridge. This is right off of the Dr. Clark store. I looked at other Epsom salts, but I really didn't know which ones would be safe or if I would order ones and they would like, by accident be lavender scented or something. So I just went straight to the source. She did the parasite cleanse that I was doing as well. And then I also ordered ornithine or ornathin from the Dr. Clark store as well, because they said tonight when you go to bed, because a lot of things are going to be dying in your gut, you'll want to take some ornithine because it'll help reduce the symptoms of all the die-off, which I'm hoping are not too unpleasant. I mix 3 or 4 tablespoons of this I need to check. I will be mixing 4 tablespoons of this into 3 cups of water. Pour this into a container or jar. This will make 4 servings of 3/4 of a cup each. Set the jar in the refrigerator to get cold. This is for convenience and taste only. Then I will drink 1 serving, so 1 3/4 cup serving at 6 p.m., another one at 8 o'clock. Then at 9:45, I will mix up the grapefruit and olive oil concoction and drink that at 10. And then the directions get very specific, and I'm a little nervous here. It's like, lie down immediately. You might fail to get stones out if you don't. You have to lay on your, is it your right side? On your right side with your knees pulled up close to your chest. Try to think what's happening in the liver. Oh gosh. All right, so then in the morning, I will wake up at 6 a.m., take the 3rd dose of the Epsom salt and water drink, and then at 8 a.m., I will take the final dose, and then after 2 more hours, I can eat, and we should be good to go by then. I know it does say that if you don't feel great at 10 a.m., you can make apple juice to like ease yourself back into eating, and if you still feel unwell, stay with apples and apple juice for the entire day. Goodie. I'm kind of proud of myself that I managed to coordinate this to be on the one day this week that Sandy's out of town, because I feel like this is going to be really unpleasant. I also can't eat anything for the rest of the day, so I had a giant like steamed veggie bowl for lunch, because I'm not supposed to have fats or proteins either, and there's not much else we have. so I'm hoping that's gonna keep me full and not like getting the hanger. It's gonna happen, I know it is, especially since the last thing I have to do is at 10 o'clock tonight, 8 hours away, and then more of this mixture in the morning. I don't know, does this even have a smell? It doesn't smell like anything. It smells fresh. I'm just gonna use a Starbucks to-go cup to do this, because my measuring cup is only 2 cups. This might not fit all of it either, shoot. This absolutely should not be this hard. So I'm just gonna make all 4 servings in separate glasses and just put them all in the fridge. It's not really dissolving all that well. And of course we have one of the best Christmas movies, Harry Potter, going in the background. But it is 6 o'clock. So I need to take my first dose of the Epsom salt and water mixture. And I'm not really too sure how this is gonna be. I think I'm gonna give it one little stir. Oh wow. I didn't think that was gonna taste so bad. Can I be honest? Can I tell you what it really tastes like? I'm gonna have to plug my nose, so I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Wow. It tastes like when you've been sick with the flu and you get to where there is nothing left in your stomach and you're still retching. It's that. I know it has an effect on the bile ducts in the liver, but it itself tastes like stomach bile. This is gonna be a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. I did read though that you can put lemon juice in it, and I think that might need to happen. I felt like I was chugging it and I only got that much in after, even with the lemon juice. The lemon juice almost makes it worse. Funny they put nothing about this in the writing on this cleanse. One more chug. Then it's over. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, dear God. Oh. Ugh. 1 down, 3 to go. I'm like recoiling from it. Wow. Oh God. I'm gonna spare you the details of that second round because it was just as bad as the first. But I'm getting the juice prepared, the grapefruit juice, because this will be the last element of this cleanse I have to do tonight. It'll be half a cup of grapefruit juice, half a cup of olive oil, and I'm gonna get that all prepared so I can just take it with me to bed. as it turns out, 1 grapefruit is more than enough. I only need half a cup of this. I was gonna do 2, but I definitely do not need the second one. We are coming up on 10 o'clock now, and I am in bed. I have my grapefruit juice and olive oil salad dressing looking concoction going on. I'm really curious how this is gonna taste because I like olive oil and I like grapefruit juice, and I'm hoping this can't possibly be as bad as the Epsom salt beverage. And so I'm gonna drink that, and then I also have the ornithine tablets that I picked up. The direction was to take 4 of these, unless you also have insomnia, and then take 8, but I do not have insomnia. So I'm gonna drink this, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll spare you the details of exactly what happens, but I'll let you know if the cleanse works or not. It is now 8:05 in the morning, and I just finished my final dose of the Epsom salt water mixture, and I've still got, ugh, I'm getting like waves of it. It did help this morning though. I double checked online and I had a little teaspoon of honey ready to go. So as soon as I slugged it down with the nose tightly plugged, that is key, is plugging your nose very tightly, shoved in the teaspoon of honey. And now I wait 2 hours and then I can eat normally. It said that you should ease back in with something light or even just fruit juice first. I'm gonna head up and get ready for work, put in a couple hours, and then at 10 I'll have a little bit of apple juice, and then I will have probably like a brunchy type, something light with eggs and maybe spinach at like 11 maybe. I will say that olive oil grapefruit juice last night, that tasted like a grapefruit smoothie. It was thick, it was creamy, weirdly. After you shake up the olive oil and grape juice, it got kind of creamy. So it wasn't awful. I didn't mind that. Didn't even need to plug my nose for that. And now today, we're done. Thank God. And we wait. It is about 10 a.m. now, and I'm just getting ready to make some fresh pressed apple juice. I am sick of it from having to drink a liter every day earlier this week, but they said do this to kind of reintroduce your system to food after the cleanse. I don't really have any updates for you. Nothing has been happening yet, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if it's just not time yet. I will keep you posted. After a rather uneventful morning, I was getting a bit stir crazy, so I decided to run out to a new Sprouts that has just opened near our house. It's one town over in Goodlettsville, and I'm excited to check it out. We've had to drive pretty far to get to the nearest Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, so if we want anything that you can't find at Kroger or Publix, it's a lot of the kind of unique, more health-centered foods that we like to get at Whole Foods. It's gonna be right around the corner now. So I thought I'd bring you with me as kind of a change from just me droning on about the cleanse, and we'll see what we find. Of course, we had to come check out the supplement section. I thought I would do a quick little Sprouts grocery haul, but first I have to say, I'm talking about how nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. You guys, as soon as I got into Sprouts, things happened. I may have ticked a few people off for how long I was in the bathroom, and then I got out and I continued shopping, and then again, and it's working. The cleanse has worked. I will not go into too much detail, but what you were looking for to really know that it worked was pea-size, pea-colored little green deposits, and those are liver bile. I mean, everything got moved through the way it was supposed to, and success there. Now that I've told the internet about my bowel movements, let's get into this haul. I grabbed a couple of salad kits. I'm gonna make one for dinner tonight because still eating light, so my liver doesn't have too much work to do today. And with the salad, I also grabbed all natural chicken breast, and maybe as a snack, I also grabbed a little antipasti. These were on sale, buy 2, get $4 off, I think. And this is the cashew milk. And I like this because there's no gums in it, there's no junk, it's just water, cashews, sea salt, and organic almonds. My fiance, he's not my fiance anymore, he's my husband. My husband's favorite chips from Boulder Canyon. Had to get a baguette. Again, for the husband, some easy weeknight things because I will be gone starting Wednesday next week, I have to go to New Jersey and New York for work, and he will be on his own for a couple of days, so easy dinner for him. This, which I am extremely excited to try, the Elmhurst Pistachio Latte. I'm not gonna use this on its own. I will probably make coffee and then use this to do like half and half, just because it is a bit of sugar, and I don't love cane sugar in things, but it's pistachio flavored, and I am a sucker for pistachio anything. If I need a break from my crossword puzzle tonight, I grabbed the Real Simple magazine. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite magazine is, because some people say print is old school, nobody reads it anymore. Like, my husband and I still do the newspaper every Sunday, and I love a good magazine every now and then, especially, ooh, I could do that tonight. Especially if I'm taking a bath, having the magazine, just flip through it while you soak. Oh, I like this idea. Then I was influenced by Zoe Sugg to get some chocolate coins for the holiday. So these are just the Sprouts Dark Chocolate Divine coins. She said that this is just Christmas in your mouth. And I remember these from when I was a little kid. They weren't like silver and blue when I was a little kid. They were gold, but I will take what I can find. A couple of avocados. And then I also grabbed for the car a little cherry cola Olipop. It is Sunday now, and I have been up since the wee hours of the morning, so coffee was absolutely needed. And this is just touching my soul. But I had to take my husband to the airport. He is in New York for a couple of days on business, and I got to spend most of the day running around doing some shopping because my lovely friend Melody, who we all know and love, is having a little birthday shindig on Tuesday, and I get to make her birthday cake. I actually love baking, and despite the amount of time I spend watching the Great British Baking Show, I don't get to do it enough. So when the opportunity presents itself, I am all in. However, in actually then starting to plan the process of making this cake, I realized I have nothing. I have nothing. I have no cake pans. I have no icing bags. I have no know-how of making buttercream or anything like that. I have no color to actually dye the icing. So I had to get a few things. And after many hours being out and about, I have finally returned home. But tonight's project is not the cake. That I will do tomorrow or maybe even early Tuesday. Tonight's project is to wrap Christmas presents, because there are a few that I have to wrap and then ship to relatives in other states. So I'm going to get that done tonight, put on a Christmas movie, enjoy my pistachio latte, and that's it. Actually, you know, I might make the oatmeal raisin cookies tonight too. We might just have a whole baking week here, because why not? First we have the coffee, and then we do the things. It is quite a bit later now, and I am just getting out all of the ingredients I need because I'm gonna get started on the oatmeal raisin cookies. At the risk of spending too much time in the kitchen in this vlog, because I don't really know how long it is, and I feel like it's pretty long already, I'm just gonna get working on this, and then I will circle back because I do want to include you in making the birthday cake. I think that'll be kind of fun. So let me just get going on these oatmeal raisin cookies, and I will show you the finished product. Oh my goodness. For even one batch to cool? No, I cannot. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I may have gone a bit overboard on the roses, but I wanted to ensure there would be plenty for both the cake, which, well, it won't have a ton on, but just enough for the cake, and then I want to make her a little birthday bouquet as well. So I got these really nice pink and white ones, and then a collection of white, pink, and red. It is Monday night now, and we are back in the cozy Christmas pajamas, and I am just about to get started on the birthday cake. Knowing me, if I don't put my hair up, a hair will end up in the cake. And I really don't want that to be the impression that is left when people try my first cake. I quite literally just went on Pinterest and typed in best white cake recipe, and it brought me to cakemehome-tonight.com, and that is where our recipe is going to come from. absolute mess. And I had to DoorDash more ingredients because I ran out. The timer says that these are done, but I need to do the toothpick test. And actually, the fact that their tops are so wobbly, they are not anywhere near done yet. All of the buttercream is done, the cakes are done, and I feel like we're just about to get to the hard part where I have to actually assemble it onto the cake board. For those of you who are new here, I did share our wedding video, and Melody is the one who sang La Vie en Rose at our wedding. She and I both speak French, so it's kind of fun to have that back and forth, but she sang La Vie en Rose, so she's getting a La Vie en Rose cake for her birthday, and that is the inspiration for the theme. Michael's had a coupon that was buy any one item for 30% off, so I chose this cake stand, which you can rotate so I can decorate it and like hold the knife to smooth it as I go. My mom had one of these when she had her cake business when we were kids, and it always looked like it helped her a lot. So I'm hoping that I will take some knowledge from my mom and this will work. The bottom layer, the 8-inch cake, it was still a little bit warm. I could tell by the way that the frosting was spreading. So I'm gonna crumb coat them separately, and then tomorrow I will just pop this one on top of the other one and we'll be good to go. The kitchen is mostly cleaned up, but most importantly, I have the crumb layer on each of the cakes, and tomorrow I can finish icing and decorating them. If you are wondering, yes, our cats have been sequestered away in bedrooms upstairs, because if they knew the goodness out on the counter right now, they would be all over it, and it would not be here tomorrow morning. We have so many issues, whether it is a bag of tortilla chips, whether it is a loaf of bread, whether it is something completely not food related, they will be on the counter and they will be in it, no matter how much we spray them. So if you have tips, let me know. I know you're just supposed to let cats roam where they may, but I do not like them on my counters. But the cakes are safe for tonight, as the kittens have been locked away. It's not perfect, but it is coming along. I just desperately ran out of icing, so there's a few spots I can tell already. Flowers are gonna have to go to cover some of this up.
To be on it and nervous because I've not really done anything like this before.
This is the tricky part now because I'm shaking because I just wrote the Joyeux anniversaire on the top of the cake. It is a French cake after all, so happy birthday must be in French. And now my hands are shaking because I didn't want to mess up the writing and the nerves somehow for some reason. I found these little Sweet Tooth Fairy sequins, they're called, in the color gold at Michael's. They actually had a surprising amount of cake stuff. So I'm gonna pop these around, make it look a little bit cute, and then it's time for the flowers. I feel like I almost need a little tweezers to do this. Is that ridiculous to use a tweezers? We finished. This is La Vie en Rose cake for my dear friend Melody. We have Joyeux anniversaire. I found these little gold sprinkles that I showed you, and then I didn't really know how wild to go with the roses, so I thought just a few would look very nice. Obviously, we are far from perfect. It is smushed in all the wrong places because I was running out of frosting. I honestly don't know how people get cakes so smooth. I was about ready to go at this for another 3 hours. But for my first cake, not bad. It feels so good to have that cake done and decorated, ready to go tonight. Fingers crossed, transport goes well. But more exciting is that the doors to the laundry room have been fixed. I called a contractor and he came out while my husband is away and did it. So it'll be a little surprise for Sandy when he gets home. But they look amazing and they close. So beautiful compared to what they used to be. And they fully close. And they look amazing. Somehow he managed to find doors that match the other wood in this room. Oh, Sandy's gonna be so happy. I do have some loads of laundry that need to get done before I head to the birthday party tonight, so I will leave you here for this week. I hope that you enjoyed Vlogmas Week 2. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I promise you Vlogmas Week 3 will be a bit more exciting than cleanses and baking, because I'm going to New Jersey and then New York for a business trip. And I'm meeting my husband in the city over the weekend. So it will be very fun and festive and more holiday and all of that, because New York is a magical place this time of year. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you next week. She's my girl, and she's married to Sandy, who's also handy, but he doesn't like getting sandy. Oh my god. And that's the end of the birthday song.